I'm Jodi Arnold, and this is my son, Matt. He's 17 years old and a junior at Truman High School. He lives at home with his father, my husband, and myself. Matt uses a communication device to make his wants and needs known. He's learning to use that. But even when he's not using his device, he lets us know by a yes and no answers to questions. He also takes his tests using yes and no questions through multiple choice, and he's maintaining an A and B average in most all of his classes at Truman High School. So he's doing very well there, and he has cerebral palsy and seizure disorders. We first started thinking about guardianship really when the letter came from the school. As he's going to be 18 this fall, they wanted us to start thinking about it. I'm glad they did. I've probably known about it for a long period of time and had experiences with other parents, but it didn't really hit home that we were close to that. And then, of course, the panic that we need to do something, and we need to do something soon. Life kind of gets away from you, and there's a lot to do, and you're not always looking quite that far ahead, but this is one of those matters that we really need to look further ahead. I think it's really important for parents to gather all the facts and make an informed decision. This is Matt's life we're talking about. This is who he is and what he wants to do. And if I'm not thinking about that now, I could jeopardize some of his options down the road. So I think that I want to be sure that what I'm doing is the best for him legally and socially. Even though Matt communicates in a non-traditional manner, mostly yes and no, and he can be very shy around other people, he frequently doesn't feel well, it's really important that he has those options. He communicates to those who know him frequently, and people who spend any time at all with him will know exactly what it is that he wants. I don't want that to be taken away from him by getting guardianship when that's not necessary, when we can just give him the supports that are necessary for him to have choice in his life. We are still in the process of trying to figure out what is best for Matt and for our family, and we really want to look at all of the options before we jump into guardianship. That's not what we necessarily want for his life. We want to be sure that we've made the right decisions and get him the proper supports. I would encourage others to do the same. This is an important decision for Matthew and for his life, and once guardianship has been given, it's a lot harder to repeal, so we don't want to make a rash decision. So we're still working on that.